Alright, we'll come down for another attempt here. Trying to send it. Okay, this one's looking good. This one's looking really good. Get a body varial in there for style points. There we go, smoothly put it down. You just have to appease the freestyle gods and clip through the mountain a little bit. And then you're good to go. Let's see if we can get another half-pipe trick here. Boop. Can't see, can't see, can't see. But yeah, that, suddenly that gap jump across the road is not seeming so big now, is it? Camera this time and see how that looks. Whoosh. Splat. Oh, 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 there's a bounce. Were we gonna get the double bounce? Boom. Nailed it. If anybody knows anything else, let me know. I'd be curious to see if anybody's found this and tried this yourself. Let me know how it goes for you or how it's gone for you. Oh, we just got that dirty. Oh, that was a good one to end on. Alright, we'll go for another triple flip over the gap here, since I think these are doable on command at this point. Yep, there we go. I got so excited the first time I landed the gap by doing it in reverse until I spent a lot of time playing around with my stream, and there are so many better and bigger ways you can break the game's physics engine to do way bigger stunts like that sweet combo line we just got. And now we can come up here and do a little baby McWhip, and now we're dead on that rock. So we'll do a couple other just really dirty whips over it, since there's all the hang time you could want in the world to land that. There we go, got another one cleanly over the gap there. So yeah, suddenly this jump that when I first did this, I got all excited. I was like, yeah, finally landed it. That's not even close to the biggest thing you can do in this game anymore. Send it again if we can get some whips. There's the cliff we came away from, and there's the landing. And we stuck that very cleanly. I got really lucky I didn't float too far backwards. Now that we've hit that gap once, we'll go to hit the next big jump, which will probably be where the video starts. Is that if you ignore the gap completely, there are some much bigger jumps in Legends that you can stop out, like that. The first time we tried there, that is, I suspect, the biggest jump that's ever been done or can be done in any MX versus ATV game ever. Yeah, if we time it right, there are ways to cheat the physics and do really big tricks across the gap. However, where this video is probably going to start is something else, because as we have discovered on my stream the other day, while yes, we can do really big tricks over this gap, that is far from the craziest thing you can do in Legends at this point. So, yeah, after talking to the chat on stream for 3 hours, we discovered ways to abuse the game's physics engine as it currently sits, where you can land some enormous jumps that maybe you otherwise wouldn't be able to, like that. And for now, we're going to do a highlight video, well, not even a highlight video. I was going to full stream highlights, but now that I messed with it a little bit more, so we did a half-pipe jump there, it seems possible to glitch the physics enough to land these things sort of consistently. So I guess for reference on how big this jump is, we'll hit it in first person, we'll scrub off it and turn around. So there's the cliff we're falling off of, way up there, keep an eye on it. And we go all the way down here still. There are ways that if you tickle the controller just right, you can convince the game to let you land some really big things you maybe otherwise couldn't, such as that. Yep, there we go. See, that gap's not such a big deal anymore. And if we time this just right, there is a line that comes off of this. And you can get the Mac 360 flip, and then we're just kind of, at that point, running down the mountain. And there we go! You gotta get the angle of the dangle just right, since you can land enormous jumps to maybe not the smoothest ground, or maybe possibly flat ground, like we just did here. the hard part is you gotta make sure you don't hit a tree or a rock or something. Alright, we'll hit the gap jump since there's a combo line we can get if we do the gap jump this time. But suddenly, this little jump doesn't seem like such a big deal to land anymore. And casually huck a triple flip over it since I think I can land that. At least kind of consistently I can put down flips across that gap on command. This is where I'm still trying to learn how to get this one right, since you really gotta work your angles and everything just right coming off the combo jump there, but we'll see if we can do 2 in a row. Do a Superman triple flip even. Yep, there we go, I got 2 in a row, so we can kind of send flips over that on command. There's a bigger whip. There we go. As far as I know, it's certainly bigger than anything in Reflex. The biggest thing I can think of is the cliff free-ride or the cliff freestyle track in Reflex, but even that cliff I don't think was this tall, and you certainly were not stomping stuff cleanly like that on that cliff. There's like a couple ways you can glitch doing 360s with the quad and sometimes land it. Certainly not landing anything consistently like you can do here. Body flip with a half-pipe jump. There we go. For another ride over the center and try and pick up a combo line again, we can manage to do so. Knack as we come back from the whip. There we go. Let's go for a toilet paper roll, maybe. Fakey? Aha! Oh, we almost rolled away from it cleanly. Huge line coming up. Serve into that hot. Do a Superman in the middle of it for style points. Good. Here we go. We're going to try and do this 3 times in a row to prove that there's no method. There is a method to my madness, and that I'm not just trying to get lucky as I bounce off the ground here. There's one. And mostly this is for the people who didn't spend several hours sitting on a stream in a chat with me as we went over those shout-outs, Silex Fox and James, I probably butchered the name, for sitting through this with me and learning as we go here. So there's a second one done in a row, and we'll come back, we'll try and send it a 3rd time in a row to prove that there is a method to the madness here, and it certainly, there is a way you can cheat the physics engine in the game to... Oh, we hit a rock there. We'll try and throw another nasty whip over the gap here. I think there is that like little black landing spot that seems to be their intended spot they want you to set down on. As I hope I'm proving, really hard to figure out when to pump the brakes and to make sure I do that while I'm facing the correct direction. Just gotta engage helicopter mode and do your tricks, and there we go. Nah, not quite. So that's what it looks like if we try and do the spinny spins in first person. We bust back out into the normal camera so I can actually see where I'm going. We break out of first person, come back into the normal camera. We'll see if I can land this within a few tries here now that I can actually see where I'm going, since this is way too much to try and pay attention to. Double volume aerial 1080. First try coming out of the first person camera. We got bucked on the landing though. Alright, here we go. We'll try and just send a big whip across the biggest jump in any game ever. And we're spinning out of control. We're spinning out of control. But we still landed it. Boom. There we go. I know when I got done streaming this the other day, I went back to try and got done streaming, went back to play the normal game for a little bit, and this just made every other jump in the game feel tiny and insignificant after being able to stomp out stuff like this on a somewhat regular basis. And 5 out of 10 times they're landing it, which is enough, I guess. Just gotta keep putting the air brakes on this direction. And boom, there we go. Yep. Alright, well, I think I hope I've adequately made my point that I think that we have landed the biggest jump that's ever been done in any MX vs. ATV game many times over on this channel. If anybody could think of a bigger one, please let me know. I know there was the ski jump in one of them, there was that ski jump, but I think I think this is many times bigger than the ski jump from Untamed at this point. If anybody knows anything else, let me know. I'd be curious to see if anybody's found this and tried this yourself. Let me know how it goes for you or how it's gone for you. Oh, we just got that dirty. Oh, that was a good one to end on. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little look at some game break. Well, I wouldn't say game breaking, the racing's still really good. There's just ways to abuse the physics the way they are to do things with it. Yeah. We're landing as much of this as we can on video before they patch this. If they patch anything about the way the physics work in the game, it might stop this from being doable. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I'll catch you guys in the next one.